Ladies and gentlemen, back again for some more Hoophall action in Springfield, Massachusetts at Springfield College. This is Focus Springfield you are tuned into. Talking on the mic currently, this is Ciro Zanetti, joined by the one and only
Tony Pettaway.
And right now we've got some main event action between the Springfield International Charter Bulldogs and the Putnam Vocational Beavers. To start off the game will be the jump. And for the tip-off, it will be the Bulldogs that take control of it early on. It was Denson who has it, handed it off to Lovejoy. Lovejoy guarded by Percy now. And now for the Bulldogs, they're gonna swing it out top to the top of the key. They're gonna call it travel. Now, you know, Mr. Pettaway, we have a fantastic matchup between two Springfield representing high schools. Can't ask for a better quote-unquote main event, in my opinion. We've got two acclaimed teams over the past years, as previously known as SICS, now as Springfield International Charter, or easier said, SICS, going against the Putnam the Beavers. Head coach Lou Rowe, who has also seen some great success overall. We'll see right now for the Beavers offensively, it's Mabry dishing it out to Percy. And now back to Mabry. Shot is up, no good. Rebound for the Bulldogs, it's Lovejoy. And now right there on the other side, it will be now Beavers ball. You know, something to mention, for the Bulldogs, they have quite the staff of knowledgeable candidates between Pat Ochoa, former Basketball Hall of Fame employee in the office, joined by Mike Pietrzak, also Basketball Hall of Fame employee, and then another supporting coach, Matt Belanger, another Basketball Hall of Fame employee. So I guess you could say those three guys know basketball. But now onto the court. We have a great drive, finish good. Kenny Rogers, a stud for the Bulldogs this year, averaging a little over 21 points per game. Now Beavers have possession. They get the first points off. And here for the Beavers, you've got Xavier Monroe. Gonna take it slowly now, reset for them. He's got plenty of time, that being 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I love what you see in terms of the matchup as they've gone to a man-to-man.
Absolutely. Great defensive matchup. Can never go wrong with man-to-man if you got the athleticism and energy for it. The three is put up, no good, off the mark. There's the rebound for Rogers. And now for the Bulldogs, it's gonna be pressured, but no good. That's Ricardo Hilton as he gets knocked down for Beavers possession. And again, yeah, it's always great to see the coaching staff having a great hand into the team overall. You know, both squads have a lot of assistant coaches, as mentioned.
And looking at the Putnam sideline there, seeing Coach Shepard, who's a assistant under his reign, to see Shepard still there.
Yeah.
We got a chance to talk with him.
Absolutely, it was great to talk to Coach Shepard, as he, you know, he informed us about Julian Chapman, who was one of their stars, but he was unfortunately injured, so he's out for the game. But he said to keep an eye out on number 3, Andrew Mabry, who, you know, has had a fantastic season, putting up an average of around 30 points per game, looking solid overall. And their other starters kind of gave us some guys to look out for, and it was definitely necessary. But right there for the Bulldogs, we saw Sam Fleming, the sophomore, get a bucket to go. And a nice defensive presence, but it wasn't necessary enough as the Beavers finally get on the board. As we saw Marcel Green, but now back Beavers ball. Here's Monroe, Monroe drive. Can't get it to go, gets the rebound, nice tap right there off the glass, in for 2 for the Beavers, and now we're rolling. We've got that momentum tie game for the evening so far. To start off, we've seen some great finishes for sure on both sides. And here's the sophomore Fleming. Got the pleasure to speak to Mike Pietrzak today as he highlighted Sam Fleming and Kenny Rogers again, as Fleming as a sophomore has put up some fantastic outings over the season. As it is, you know, we still got plenty of time left in the season for both teams to kind of change up, but said to watch out for Fleming as he's already got 2 of his own, and some great defensive presence for sure. And now for the Bulldogs, they'll be bringing it down. And that's Lovejoy dishing it out. Rogers, drive, good
nice
for two.
Basket, nice
finish.
I'm really loving the energy in this one here as they're playing tight, man-to-man. They're pressing already. So they're here to play
absolutely, and
a very physical game. And
both teams are here, yeah. Both teams are here.
Yes.
And there was Fleming on the defensive end. Gets the stop, but at what cost? He'll go to the line.
We have a good officiating crew here. Senior man, there's Steve Lambert, who's been doing this for a number of years with a great compliment staff. Kudos to the guys in the zebra striped shirts and the matching Hager pants there.
One thing about Mr. Pettaway is he knows his stuff. It's always great to commentate with you and always a pleasure. Nobody is more enjoyable, to say the least, color commentator. You're always able to throw in some great facts about almost anybody. And so right off the bat, to notice off some great referee. Back to the game, gets the free throw to go, down by one now, wasn't able to make both. Now for the Bulldogs is Lovejoy. Goes out to Fleming. Fleming loses control, but Lovejoy grabs it back, penetrates inside, no good, but foul drawn. Fantastic way to start off for both teams, drawing the fouls, you know?
Absolutely. As you look around the crowd, I can see the principal proudly placed right in his courtside seats there, Mr. George Johnson. Kudos to him, all the many faculty, the staff, the counselors, and all the folks that make up what is the leadership over there at Putnam.
Yeah, and you know, Tony, as you talk about making up, we can't slip away talking about the guys who make up this entire gig here at Focus Springfield. We've got, Bobby Markham, Josué Vazquez, Alex Cameron, and of course, Brendon Holland taking care of everything. And then we've got me and Tony taking care of the broadcasting. So fantastic crew to love.
Absolutely, and when you say taking care of, Brendon handed me this slightly flavored seltzer, caffeine-free, as he knows I'm on a fast for the next 14 days. Thank you, Brendon, for all that you do for this incredible outfit, and thank you again for the invitation. But back to the game, we have a great one here on tap.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great shot. Gets it to go is Josh Cologne.
Nice.
For the Bulldogs. Beautiful mid-range, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
9-7 your score now as the Bulldogs are cruising. They look great offensively, but nice defensive stop for Fleming. Back to it, top of the key. We got Marcel Green with it. Green bounce pass to Mabry. Right now has 2 points of his own. Swings it around, back to Mabry. Top of the key, guarded by Cologne. Now on the wing. Pull up Jay, good for two, right before the shot clock.
And just over
nice
the defender's fingertips on that one.
Tie game right now, 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. You see Ochoa signaling to his players, going for the game call. And now it's Lovejoy, swings it out to Rogers. And there's Cologne, now back to him. And Cologne, deep three, beautiful shot, gets it to go for three.
Well, you know who has the hot hand on this first period?
Absolutely, I mean, he was able to get that mid-range shot, it was Cologne. And now on the other side.
The trifecta.
It's gonna be out of bounds. Beavers ball, but yeah, back to what you were pointing out, Mr. Pettaway. We saw Cologne get a beautiful mid-range and then gets the three to go. Setting up 12-9, being the score now for this game. Less than 2 minutes to go here. And the pass almost lost, but it was Mabry holding on to it. Dishes it out to Green. Green is going to use a screen from Mabry. Another screen. Back to Mabry. Swoop around, layup, no good. Rebound, but the rejection from Rogers. But they're actually going to call it a foul on him.
The difference in this game here is that they're boxing out and they're contesting each shot.
Yeah.
They're denying the lane. Even the passing or their opportunity to get out on the fast break. They're contesting that outlet pass. I love what we're being treated to here.
Each team seems to have that same, equality at the rebounding aspect of it so far, as they're both really just putting in that work for sure.
They're equally matched at each position as you look in the man-to-man defense here with the substitutions in now. That may change a bit, but I like what I see in terms of what they have in the post versus what Putnam has in the post when we're talking about Savage. Back to the guy on the line.
And he gets the free throw to go. Knocks him down both. It's Jadis Bynum. And now for the Bulldogs, it's Cologne. As we mentioned, 2 fantastic shots in a row in a great sequence. Here's Fleming, the sophomore. Gets it up to Rogers. Rogers now backing down. Nice swoop around pass, a little bit of a miscommunication, but it's back to him. Gonna be out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Big play for the Beavers right there. They get the ball back down 1 with 1:08 to go in the first quarter.
They're playing that nasty defense, man.
Absolutely.
They are not giving up any opportunity.
Coach Lou Rowe knows what he's doing on that defensive game plan tonight. Great way to start off. Even down 1, though. And here's Mabry.
Nice cut.
Absolutely. Very nice play right there. Out of bounds. Remains Beavers' possession. Now under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Your score 12. Bulldogs 11 Beavers. And now Mabry's shot off the backboard. No good. Can't get the swirl to go. And now Rogers with it. Nice pass amongst the court to Gladden. Beautiful rebound from Fleming off of the Gladden miss. Fleming spin around shot. Gets it to go for 2. Beautiful play right there. Love to see it. And now for the Beavers, they're bringing it down with some fast pace. It's Monroe dishing it out now as we got Green with it. The senior.
Did you see the Elijah-Wan-like footwork?
Absolutely, yeah. It looked like a dream, the dream shake almost, but now less than 10 to go in the first quarter. Shot attempt no good. Fleming with it. Dishes it out. Shot is good to go from Alakai Waters. As he beats the buzzer, they get a lead of 5 going into the second quarter. And again, Bulldogs look great. It's awesome to see this, organization of high school basketball as they're retouching everything, especially with football now. They've got their own high school football team too. It's awesome to see that. And starting off great here at Focus Springfield, commentating this game in Springfield College in Springfield, Massachusetts. You're watching Focus Springfield. And for the first quarter so far, again, I can't emphasize, this has been high power, high momentum, high energy, awesome all around the board. And Tony, what do you say so far for the Eagles? What do you personally, or the Eagles, sorry, the Beavers, just a little starstruck after that last defeating a loss for the Eagles, but for the Beavers, you're down 5 going into it. You still look great. What do you say?
State of your game plan as they're matching up well with a couple point differential here, 2 or 3 shot opportunity. Continue to be hard-nosed on defense. Don't give up anything on the offensive side of it. If they're getting 2 and 3 rebounds per shot, you don't want that. You want folks to get open, pass the ball around, and look for that uncontested shot. Use the paint. Get in. Get that high percentage shot. Get those free throws. Get some rest. And substitute where you need to.
Yeah, all valid points and all points that, a coach themselves would make. I mean, you pointed it out perfectly. Still playing great, though. Now we got Mabry. Dishes it out. It's Bynum. And now it's Green. Green, top of the key. He's going to dish it out to Bynum. Or Monroe, sorry about that. Uses the screen from Bynum. And now back to Green, the senior. Pass deflected, incomplete, I guess you could say. I love the football terminology. Adds that energy to it. And now here's Kenny Rogers. Rogers, pull-up 3. Doesn't get it to go. Out of bounds.
Well, you got to know when to hold them and know when to tuck it away.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that one. And
Well,
now
we do it all in fun as we are courtside and treated to some really incredible high school basketball, as you mentioned, Ciro. Wow, did you see the range on that one there?
Yeah, absolutely. And now Fleming, shot up, crisp but not getting it to go. Rebound for the Beavers. That's Monroe. And now here's Green, back to Mabry, guarded by Fleming. Back to Monroe. The junior kicks it out to the senior. Screen from Percy to the corner to Mabry. And they're gonna call out of bounds. And again, as we are starting the kickoff, I guess, of our Hoophall run, we'll be commentating more tomorrow. It's always great to give our shout out. That is much appreciated and much needed to the Focus Springfield crew. We've got Brendon, Josué, Alejandro, Bobby, George, and Nate. And of course, you're listening to Ciro and
Tony Pettaway.
And it's always great to do this. And of course, we would not be here without every name said. Got our production and our camera crew doing a fantastic
we'd be
job.
remiss if we didn't say a shout out to Big Steve.
Big Steve Carey.
Big Steve Carey.
Can never go wrong with a shout out to the man that makes it happen. And now back to it. 2-point game right now. The Beavers have it. It's Monroe. Kicks it out to Mabry. Mabry has 5 of his own currently. Down 2 here in the second quarter. Heavy screen from Bynum. As now Mabry pulls up. Can't get it to go. Rogers, nice rebound. And now it's Fleming to drive. Stripped away by Percy, but Green holds on to it now.
I love the passion by both coaches. They're very different styles.
Between Rowe and Ochoa, you can hear the coaches for sure today. And now they hold on to it, but no, it's the Bulldogs to recover. There's Lovejoy. Swings it out to Rogers. Rogers to Fleming. Nice little turnaround, post action. Spins it up. Almost Dream Shake-like, but didn't get the finish. But there's Lovejoy on defense again with the stop. Recovers his own pass. Foul and gets it to go. 4-2. Beautiful conversion now is what he's going to have to work on. Goes to the line, drawing the foul. But a beautiful play. I mean, missed the pass. Gets it back. Puts it up. Gets it to go.
Let's see if he can cash in at the charity stripe for the traditional three-pointer.
Yeah, I know, the traditional three-point play. Let's see if he converts it. Jalen Lovejoy right now.
Lovejoy name big in the city. George and company.
Gets it to go. There's the three-point play. Always fun to see those. And gets his first 3 of the game.
And not to be outdone, Lovejoy, Jasmine Lovejoy, great player, standout for the Lady Cagers on the women's side of the house, with the Central Golden Eagles and their run during their time. Kudos to all of the athletes. As we look around the crowd, I see so many of the faithful alumni who are here cheering for their respective teams and cheering on the young people that they've watched or coached and even babysat.
Absolutely, yeah. It's awesome to see that and showing the love of the city. And for the Beavers, shot good. Now here's Lovejoy with it. Out to Rogers. Rogers holds on to it. Drive, gets it to go as well. Putting up that lead even more. Now he's going to look to once more get a back-to-back three-point conversion. Lot of free throw line action so far to start this game off. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. And both teams look fantastic, I will say, Mr. Pettaway.
Outside a number of floaters on the Sabbath side of the house, international side of the house, there haven't been a lot of jump shots. It's been folks penetrating and getting to that higher percentage shot either off the glass or up and under a contested arm or two, and getting that foul. And we've seen a number of free throws by both teams at this. As you look to the score, 21-16, there's no real 10-point deficit at any point.
No, I agree. Especially, I mean, looking at the last 6 points for SICS, they came from, that was just a tough pass right there. Ugly turnover. But now the Beavers on the other end sets up Mabry in the corner for 3. Count it. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful execution as Monroe drew the defender in the dish out to the wing.
Absolutely, Mr.
And he
Pettaway.
made him pay for it.
He made him pay for sure. And as I was mentioning, the last 6 points for SICS, came to the help of a foul. So, I mean, it goes back to your point. This is just such a greatly fought game so far. Got 3 minutes and 28 to go here in the first half. And again, it just keeps getting better, Mr. Pettaway. Better and better.
And we'd like to thank our friends at the Basketball Hall of Fame too. Log on to www.hoophall.com for upcoming special events, and you take your virtual tour. And we look forward to this year's class with the change from the traditional September now into August 12th.
Absolutely, and coming off of this year's class, this will be another fantastic year for the Hall of Fame. Rogers' shot no good, intercepted now, fast break look. And now here he is, Green, Euro step. Looks like they're going to call travel. Saw that, a couple extra steps. So they're going to call that back. Not a tie game. 2-point deficit now for the for the Beavers. And I mean, that was such a nice play.
It was a nice move. It was one giant step for mankind and 2 tiny ones too.
I'd say 4 tiny ones.
We're having fun. We're hoping that you are too, as we're treated to some amazing high school boys basketball. Join us throughout the week, as Ciro mentioned at the top of the broadcast, for the women will be Cajun and in action on tomorrow morning early and all throughout the day. Join us all weekend long for some of the most amazing prop basketball. Folks coming in from the south and midwest parts of this country.
Yeah, I mean, as Tony pointed out, tomorrow we've got the Central girls kicking off the day at 3 o'clock. We'll be covering that. They'll be playing Sacred Heart Academy from Connecticut. And then to close off the day, the Springfield Central High boys will be playing again against Hudson Catholic. And so it's going to be a lot of fun representing some Springfield teams all week, I guess you can say, to close it off. And the Springfield spotlight never gets old.
I had an opportunity to talk with Wallace Sr. at the break of the last game, and he assured me this: there will be a different game played by Wallace, number 0, on tomorrow. So we're going to hold him to that.
I can hope so. And now, shot attempt up from Perez, no good. Beavers now, they have it swinging to the corner to Percy. Shot, it would have been good, but that backboard outside interference, and that was Green. Confusion on that. But now we're just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Tie game in our hands right now. And now for the Bulldogs is Waters. Swings it out to Fleming. 3, no good. Rebound, not able to haul it in, and a great bucket from Josh Colon, as he's kind of been their heart tonight. It's been very good for some off-the-bench points.
That's what you want from your reserve players to come in and contribute.
Absolutely.
Whether that's a rebound or a hard foul.
I know, absolutely, Tony. And a beautiful jammer, Mama gets it to go for 2. Javon Percy slams it down for the tie. I mean, that's got this place rocking. I think we just lost some audio signals, not only our reactions, but the crowd reactions. It's loud in here right now.
Man, he grabbed it with 2 hands and flushed that thing.
That was just As always said, a grown man's jam. Incredible throwing it down, tying the game up on that putback. Love to see it, Tony. And I mean, that's just a preview. This is the Hoophall Classic. You know what happens on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. We'll be seeing a lot of that coming up.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we span the crowd and look around to so many of the faithful, I just see so many familiar faces. And this is what it's all about, when we can have folks come together, come inside for some amazing basketball here in the birthplace of basketball itself, Springfield, right here, you know, as we have the birthplace sign just to ourselves, and we're looking over at the many sponsorship and supporters. And we'd like to thank each and every one of YOU at home for tuning in and watching us on Focus Springfield.
Of course, always great to be here in Springfield with a Springfield spotlight, as I called it. You know, it's awesome to see this city be reflected on, and now we've got a great matchup between the Beavers and the Bulldogs. Tie game, little over a minute to go here in the first half. Nice dish around. Now it's back to Mabry. Mabry fake pass, but now he gives it to Monroe. Monroe shot no good. 6 rebound, and a beautiful little rebound from Cologne as the heart was there. And now the shot is up and good for Denson.
Well, just a 2-point differential with just a little bit under a minute left in this first half of action. I tell you, people have to be pleased.
Absolutely, Tony. I mean, both sides look fantastic as Mabry gets it to go for 2. And again, it's not a slow-paced reaction for the Bulldogs. Fleming has it, gives it out to Waters. Back to Waters. And now to Fleming. But they're going to call the travel on Fleming. Tie game still with less than a shot clock to go in the first half. And now for the Beavers, taking it down to potentially close the quarter and period is Mabry. Whistle blown. And was it an offensive foul?
Yes.
Looked so. And now Bulldogs have the ability to close out the half. 14 seconds to go. Here's Hilton. Ricardo Hilton has it. And
Great
Hilton
defense.
gives it to Fleming with 2
Great
seconds
defense.
left. Can't get a shot up to go before the quarter ends. And ladies and gentlemen, to end the half, your score 25-25. Close game going on. We'll be back at the end of this half, or as the halftime show ends. If you're just tuning in, this is Focus Springfield. I'm Ciro Zanetti, joined by
Tony Pettaway,
and we will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half action of tonight's main event between the Springfield International Charter Bulldogs and the Putnam Vocational Beavers. Your score currently is tied at 25 apiece, and to start off the third quarter is an electric turnaround so far. Right now for the Bulldogs is Lovejoy. Lovejoy with the handoff to Hilton, and now back to it is Denson. Denson to Fleming now has it. Hilton to the paint. Shot no good. Rebound by Percy. And now here is Xavier Monroe. Monroe to Andrew Mabry. Maybe to isolate now. Back to him. Guarded by Rogers. Swings it out. Nice play to Green. Gets it to Bynum. Foul drawn. So it looks like they'll call that on the big man, Fleming, who, as pointed out earlier, has been playing pretty solid for the Bulldogs. 4 points of his own, but a lot of rebounds as well, and a nice share of athleticism for sure, Tony.
Yeah, as you look to the scoreboard, you see the point differential is even at this point, barring the free throw attempt. But looking right down, 3, 2, 4, 6 points. The ball is moved around. The point distribution is pretty impressive.
There we go.
A lot of touches.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Very, very well distributed for the Bulldogs. And here is Hilton. Carter Hilton pass down to Fleming in the corner, back to Hilton. Fleming on the wing. Hilton top of the key, swings it out to Lovejoy. Lovejoy finding in the corner is Denson. Can't get it to go. Rogers looking for the rebound. As there was a little frustration on that rebound attempt as Bynum made sure there was no way of hauling it in. And both free throws were no good for the Beavers, unfortunately.
In their what?
Free throws. Emphasis on free, got to make those count.
Got to cash in on those opportunities.
Always. If you got a, free check, you're going to cash that in. So now Beavers attempt no good. Rebound by Jalen Lovejoy. Swings it out to London Denson. In the corner is Ricardo Hilton for 3.
Nice.
Counted on the board. 3-point lead now for the Bulldogs.
Nice form on that one. He let
Beautiful
his hand
form.
stick on the end and followed it right into the hoop.
Absolutely. And now here's Xavier Monroe dishing it out to Andrew Mabry. Mabry gets it back after the quick dish to Jadis Brown. Mabry, screened by Percy, uses it, goes to the right, drives,
Nice.
Contact, beautiful draw.
You see him cover the ball up, protected, and shields with his left side.
Yeah, great
And that's
form.
a pro move. That's
Absolutely.
definitely next level.
A lot of those guys that, the guards that love driving, one that comes to mind is kind of Dwayne Wade. When he kind of started to perfect that Euro step at Marquette, he always had the ball on the opposite side to where he was approaching, and he'd always be able to Euro step his way into the basket. We saw great footwork. Mabry gets the first free throw to go, and to convert both. Gets it down. 1-point game now.
And that's the difference. If you make those free throws at 1 point differential, can come back to haunt you if you need those down in those closing minutes or closing seconds.
Absolutely, and Lovejoy scouted heavy on the defensive side by Xavier Monroe. Foul drawn, but I think it was worth it. Kind of slows them down, throws off their game plan. They get a fresh set of seconds on the shot clock, but still, Beavers got to get in their head. And now here's Fleming. And that's a scary sight if I'm the Beavers. I see Fleming with the mobility offensively that he does, and he's such a big guy. But here's Rogers. Rogers, nice swing to Hilton. Ricardo Hilton. Big pass to Fleming, can't get
Nice
it to go, but
defense.
the rebound is good on the putback attempt from London Denson. Nice bounce pass for the Beavers. All the way is the senior Marcel Green.
Hey, the answer bucket is right there.
Yeah,
Love the hustle on both ends.
absolutely.
Had a
Now-
chance to talk with Coach Eddie Anderson just on the other side of the court there, him and Rob Kelly, as they're enjoying those bird eye view seats as we are, and just getting a little account of what they saw from that first game. And they said a little of the same of what we thought as we did our analysis and post-game analysis. So we're right in step with what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, as Mr. Pettaway was pointing out, we recently covered a 20-point loss, 50-70 was it, for the Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles. But yeah, it was a tough game for sure. But now, 1-point game, Beavers have it. Here's Mabry. Beautiful drive, but it went off the chest of Jadis Bynum, his own teammate. But now here's Rogers on the other side. Drives up off the glass, no good. Big time rebound from Percy. Slings it out to Mabry. Mabry on the other side. Fast break opportunity, pull up Jay. Good for 2.
Nothing but bottoms on that one.
A nice swish. And now for the Bulldogs, it's Fleming kicking it out to Denson. Denson to Lovejoy. Lovejoy, nice pull-up Jay. Bounce no good. Out of bounds off of Rogers. Beavers ball as they maintain that lead. And now a strategic timeout for Pat Ochoa.
And as we talk a little Hoop Hall class, let's talk a little bit about the Hoop Hall and its change for August. On tap, the nominations are in, and we're the likes of Dwayne Wade and the Matrix, Sean Marion,
Yeah, definitely a very awesome
Tony
class
Parker.
going in. You've got Tony Parker. A lot of great names in general heading to Springfield and the enshrinement ceremony that is greatly enjoyed by Springfield residents and all of those across the legitimate world attending that. Being able to work enshrinement as a Hall of Fame employee has always been a great pleasure. Being able to meet some great legends and cater towards them and kind of, help them throughout the museum. And, the Hall of Fame has done a great job over the past few years since their renovation in 2020. They started it right after Kobe Bryant's death, and then unfortunately the pandemic kind of happened and it put us in shambles, but they were able to they were able to really take care of that. And by the summer, they were able to start up admissions again, and it was awesome. And now back to the game. We'll talk more about the Hall of Fame later on. We see the Beavers have it. Here's Mabry with the pass to Monroe in the corner. Beautiful bounce pass, rejection by Rogers.
Oh, that's a number 2 pencil there, the eraser.
Absolutely.
You erased that one right out of it.
That's a good one, Tony. I like that. The number 2 pencil erasing that shot out of its existence. Beavers ball still. And yeah, as I was saying, the Hall of Fame has made a lot of adjustments and a lot of renovations, and definitely a big recommendation for any Hall of Fame fans or basketball fans. But Mabry cooking it up, corner 3. Gets it to go now. 4-point lead for the Beavers.
Obviously a crowd favorite here as they're all almost like Gronk when he would catch the ball there.
And Mabry's got 19 of his own today, playing fantastic right now. Again, mentioned earlier, averaging a spectacular 30 on the season. And, I mean, look at that intensity from Coach Lou Rowe on the sidelines. Even up, it doesn't matter. That's the coaching you want to see. You're up 4, and you're still yelling at your players. You want that. You want that love and aggression for this game to be the guy that's coaching you, And first free throw from Jalen Lovejoy. Gets it. 3-point deficit now, looking for the 2. Gets it. 2-point deficit now for the Bulldogs. Beavers hoisting on to that lead with possession here. Subbing in Caesar Smart. And now Mabry taking the matter into his own. Taking it down, guarded by Kenny Rogers. Now Mabry. Beautiful drive, let's go of it, out of bounds. Beavers ball.
Beautiful basketball IQ there with Mabry, knowing how to use his body as an asset to shield away from the hedge.
Absolutely.
Making his way around the picks.
100%, Tony. I mean, it did go out of bounds, remain possession. And now here for the Beavers, swinging around to Marcel Green, the senior. Dishes it up to Mabry at the top of the key. Mabry fadeaway off of the leg. Good for 2 as they increase that lead to 4. Beautiful possession. Here's Kenny Rogers, Shamgar drive. Foul called, and he'll be going to the line. And now Rogers going to the line to once again get it 2. 2-point possession. First one good. Second shot good. And you see the confidence on that. They wanted to be ready to get into their rotation. Down 2 now. Beavers have the ball up 2.
Up 2.
As Mabry has it, guarded by Rogers. A nice matchup. Mabry, beautiful hook around pass to Marcel Green to Mabry. Yeah, gets it back. Screen by Percy, moves to the left. Again now going to the right. Pull up 3, count it! There we go.
I love this kid's game.
I mean, Mabry looks fantastic right now. Edging at 24 points right now as the whistle goes.
To get to his spot, I mean, he used a defender as a decoy.
And that wasn't an easy shot, Tony. That was a contested three, well beyond the arc. You love to see it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got squared to the basket.
And that's how you take a 5-point lead, Tony.
Yeah.
Fantastic play.
Yeah.
39-34 your score with 2 minutes to go. Here for the Bulldogs. Shot is up from Cologne, no good. Saw a couple nice baskets from him. That one, no bueno. Now here, Mabry has it again as he looks to be heating up. And it seemed that Lou Rowe was signaling for a timeout multiple times. Finally gets it to signal. And he's going to call for the timeout with that 5-point lead. And it's smart again. He doesn't care. You can tell. He doesn't care that they have a lead. Yeah, well, this game is not over. So he wants to make sure that his guys are playing at their peak and not making any stupid decisions or any lackluster moves. And it's certain. They are certainly on their game plan right now. I mean, all coaches, but especially Lou Rowe.
Well, it's a coachable moment. You take this time out, you set the offense, you're running plays. I love it, where even the bench players can get in on the situational basketball.
Absolutely.
And say, hey, watch this because you may be in this situation or in this predicament at one particular point in your career. And be alert and contribute to the conversation.
100%, Tony. I couldn't agree anymore. I mean, that's a great way to look at it. And obviously, you know, one of the most underrated jobs on the planet really is coaching. Like, it's very hard. It's very difficult to touch your players in a, you know, emotional way and really get them to want to play for you, let alone put their heart out and, you know, play at a level like this. So it says a lot about character and a lot about leadership, and that's what both coaches have done. You know, Pat Ochoa, a longtime coach for previously Sabas, now SICS, and Lou Rowe making his name here in Springfield for Putnam.
Yeah, and you look to the body language of the assistant coaches as they're disciplining and making attitude adjustments.
Absolutely, yeah. As there's no seat time for either head coach. And now, on the fast break, intercepted, stolen, Mabry sets up
nice
Green.
Look off.
There's a great finish. And now the Bulldogs, they got to have fast momentum to get a deficit killer. Beautiful pull-up shot from Denson, gets it to go 4-3. Beautiful shot. Timeout called again. And now the deficit is only 4. Beautiful shot by London Denson, who right now is cooking up. He's got 7.
The pure confidence
to
just pull up.
You know, I'm still not used to these players being able to be this confident and, you know, this bold, I guess, is the word, with their shots. It's incredible.
Yeah. Very Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, yeah, absolutely.
But we're going to take it a little bit way back before the three-point line. World be free. Lloyd Free would just pull up unconsciously.
Well, even, you know, you got all those guys in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, once the three-point line was reinstated, there was great shooters. You had the Gail Goodriches and Jerry Wests, but there was no three-point line for most of their career. And so you look at the 90s when the game really started to evolve into that play style. Even guys like Kobe Bean Bryant started taking threes, but more importantly, Jesus Shuttleworth, you know, Ray Allen. He was always the pioneer of that. And then you had Reggie Miller hitting valid shots left and right and huge game winners. And that was kind of when the game took a little turn. And we saw in the 2000s a lot of young guards, guys like Joe Johnson, take threes into, you know, serious accountability. But now in the 2010s, 2020 era basketball, got guys like Steph Curry who changed the game legitimately. Steph Curry changed the game of basketball, and nobody can deny that. Everyone knows it. But it's one of the most impactful moments in all of sports history, is Steph Curry's range. And now back to the game. Now we have Mabry taking it down for the Beavers. To hoist this lead up by 4, they're going to have a great offensive showing right here. Mabry holds on to it, goes to the paint. Drive, no good. Beautiful save for London Denson. But now it looked like Jalen Lovejoy goes down for the Bulldogs, as this is not good. We'll take a moment to kind of recognize.
Yeah, I think he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him as some bodies were toppled on top of each other and innocently, not in a malicious or vicious way.
Of course.
But he's being helped to his feet with the support of our training an athletic core who are here in Springfield College. A great place to attend. You're considering a collegiate career right
Especially
here in Springfield.
in sports, yeah, for any sports department. Have multiple friends who have graduated and have gone on to fantastic things thanks to Springfield College for sure. It's good to see Jalen Lovejoy walk to the sideline, the bench, and making sure he is okay. So now it is Carter Hilton inbounding it into Sam Fleming. Fleming back to Hilton. Down 4 is going to be a big possession. Here's Cologne. Back to Hilton, top of the key. Matchup Marcel Green. Now it's Stinson to Rogers.
I love this matchup here.
This is a very good matchup.
Oh,
and a
nice
beautiful
pass.
setup to Sam
Nice
Fleming.
setup.
Throws it down. 2-point game, Tony. 2-point game.
They are balling out.
Absolutely. That was a great possession right there for the Bulldogs. Love to see it. And now here's Mabry looking to general his way around the court. Mabry finds Green at the top of the key. Deep 3. Very deep 3. Rose got to be upset about that one. And now Fleming has it on the opposite end. Penetrating inside. No good. Rebound. Up and good. No good. Again, rebound. Bullying them in the paint. Draws the foul. That was a great presence right there from Fleming.
Hustle. He had 3 rebounds
in a row, yeah. And he put the shot up right after. You can't even get mad at that. You gotta love it.
2 shots, 3 rebounds.
Absolutely. 15 seconds to go. Fleming at the line has the opportunity to tie this game. And what is he shooting, Tony?
Free throws.
Free throws. Shooting the free throws. First one is up and good. 1-point ball game.
I love
Just
it.
like
I love
that.
It. I love it.
15.6 to go again in the third quarter. And to tie this up, I mean, we went into the half at a tie game, and now potentially no good on that one. So now I almost jinxed it. I didn't finish the sentence. Probably know what I was going to say, though. Here's Mabry on the other side of things. Going to try to get the last shot will be the Beavers. 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mabry has it. Pulls up beyond the arc. 3 no good, and to end the quarter, the Beavers will hold on to a 1-point lead, Tony. What are you thinking if you're the Beavers going into this? And then after, if you're the Bulldogs, if you're Pat Ochoa, what are you saying to these guys to finish this game? You know, to be down by 1. What are you saying to them?
Keep your head in the game.
Yeah.
This isn't over. This lead can slide 6 points in a matter of shots and fouls, depending on how we play this thing out. We have to use our basketball IQs, use our attributes against their deficiencies. We want to work it inside. We're athletic. We got a great leader in Mabry who's just phenomenal. I love his game, his court sense, his vision. He has a great shot, great touch, and he's fearless. On the opposite side of the coin, where we look equally, the big man play is beautiful. They're complementary to one another. I'd love to see more guard play.
Yeah.
Love to see a little more guard
play.
A little more guard play, and a little more penetration from the point position.
Totally. You know, I will say, and this isn't even a joke, this might be the most even matchup game that I've commentated basketball-wise since Springfield and Springfield going at it in 20, the Eagles and the Putnam Beavers. Haven't commentated a game this equally matched up in so long. I mean, both teams are just fantastic. And again, you know, you got to give credits to the coaching sides on both. We were able to talk to Coach Shepard, and you know, you were obviously able to talk to Coach Rowe. I was able to talk to Coach Mike Pietrzak, assisting for the Bulldogs, as mentioned. A lot of great assistant coaches on the sidelines for each team. And now, for the Beavers, here's Mabry. Guarded by Rogers, who also has been quite the presence for the Bulldogs. Mabry swings it out. It's Monroe back to Mabry. The time of possession for Mabry has been incredible. He's been doing fantastic. Here is Green. He'll be out of bounds. And so remain Beavers possession. To start off this final quarter, we've got a particular possession for the Beavers. Mabry shot no good. Rebound by Percy. Wings it out. And a beautiful attempt by Lovejoy, but it was even better for Monroe to save it. And now the momentum is just fantastic right now. You love the energy. It's like Dennis Rodman. It's like we got 3 Dennis Rodmans out there. Love the energy.
Well, a great athletic display on that possession anyway, where Fleming took it right to the floor like Rodman would on so many occasions.
Absolutely, yeah. Wearing the number 10 too, not too far off. And Lovejoy made a great job too, making sure that he showed his heart out there. And here's Hilton dishing it out in the corner to Denson, hitting another 3 to take the lead.
This is an amazing game here.
Absolutely, and the rejection by Fleming. Beavers hold on to it. Stripped. They're able to get it again. Going down is Lovejoy again to try to save it. And it goes out, and it looks like it'll remain Beavers' ball. Wow. I mean, Sam Fleming really putting his heart out there, as well as Jalen Lovejoy. Great tenacity, Tony.
I love to watch the coaches on both sides. Neither of them have taken a seat at any point.
Absolutely. There is no warm seat, for sure. And again, I mean, that was beauty by London Denson, getting that dagger to go. And now on the inbound, here's the senior, Marcel Green. Has it in his own. Guarded by Ricardo Hilton. Hands it off. There's Denson. Or not Denson, sorry. It's Mabry. Mabry on the drive. Foul called. And considering there will be some free throws, got the opportunity to tie this game up, Tony?
Well, we'll see. A big game here. And Mabry has been doing what is expected, almost 30-point per game average. Let's see what he has.
Oh, not able to knock the first one. So we'll see. You know, you can cut it to a 1-point game. Mabry's second attempt up and good. A 1-point ball game here at Springfield College. Once again, if you are just tuning in, this is Focus Springfield. I am Ciro Zanetti. Ciro Zanetti, I almost got my own name wrong. Ciro Zanetti, joined gratefully by
Tony Pettaway.
I don't even know what I said. But Sam Fleming once again going on the board. I really don't. Ciro Zanetti? I don't. You'd think 20 years on this planet, you'd know your own name. But that's part of the business, I guess. Fleming getting it to go and also going to the line to convert.
Oh, I'm enjoying this one thoroughly. Amazing seats here.
Best seats in the house.
Anticipation of what's to come in the next couple of days.
Absolutely.
As we have so many great teams, so many great players to watch. We have a list of folks who they're telling us that are worthy of our attention. Nice little list of them are in the program, so those of you who are fortunate to get one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got some fantastic talent coming in. You know, number 1 ranked DJ Wagner. We've got number 2 Justin Edwards. And then, you know, Mackenzie Magapo, who is our 4th ranked in high school. So a lot of great guys coming in. Of course, LeBron James should be in the building. You never know. So a lot of great talent coming in. And here now, shot no good for the Beavers. Bulldogs now with that 3-point lead. Here is Lovejoy driving, penetrating like you said, but rejected.
I love how each shot is contested.
Love it, yeah. Very,
Every
very
shot
active on
is
every aspect of
contested.
it all. You know, 5 minutes 40 to go. You got plenty of time to. Tony, I don't know. Rogers' shot goes to the line. You know, I don't know if you agree with me, but personally, usually this would be my favorite line. It'd be, you know, 5 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Hopefully, you know, the Beavers change. I'm not going to say they need a change. I think that they're playing great. They just, you know, I guess have to stop this minute and 20 drought they're on, I guess. You know, other than that, they look great. But this is going to be huge. Rogers misses that first free throw. To cut it to a 2-point possession will be big. I mean, to make it a 2-point possession will be big for the Bulldogs. So the Beavers, hoping they miss, gets it to go. 2-point possession it is. 42-46 your score. Now here's Mabry taking it down. Guarded by Rogers. And there's another timeout by Rowan. You love to see it. You know, you love seeing coaches take care of making sure they use their timeouts. They're there for a reason.
Well, you can't cash them in at the ATM after the game, so.
No. You cannot. Regroup, recollect, and regather. That's the best way to go about it.
Yes, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many supporters and sponsors of this wonderful Hoophall Classic. We'd like to thank Focus Springfield and the mayor of Springfield for his support.
Of course,
and the many supporters that are looking on tonight from their homes, the 50,000 or more school-based homes.
Absolutely.
And cable supporters. And those of you who are here in the audience, we'd like to thank each and every one of YOU for coming out, and will continue to come out all weekend long.
Of course, and I mean, as always, the shout out most necessary to our Focus Springfield crew, from Steve Carey at home, Brendon, Josué, Alejandro, Bobby, George, and Nate. You guys have done nothing but help us to the greatest degree and make sure that we've got a fantastic and smooth broadcast, from the shots to the managing and now to the announcing. I am Ciro Zanetti, got the name right, joined by
Tony Pettaway.
And again, thank you all for joining and making all of this happening. As we've got 5 minutes and 31 to go, Tony, 42-46, your game here in Springfield College, represented once again by two fantastic Springfield teams. Let's see how it folds out, I guess.
And the big question is, who's it going to be?
Yeah, who is it going to be? I mean, you've got a lead right now, but there's been multiple leads. And now Mabry with it, who has been a little slower, has 25 right now, but at third quarter, illustrious third quarter from Andrew Mabry. Spin around, nice reception from Green, takes control of it now. Green on the wing, dishes it out to Mabry. Mabry pull up J for two, no good, but guess what? He'll go to the line. He's on the ground, so it looks like just maybe a little
well-deserved
sprain
rest
or something. Yeah, a little rest for Mabry.
It's amazing how any offensive player gets that extra jolt
I know.
they're on that offensive side.
Absolutely. Has to go 2 for 2 here. Cut it to a one possession deficit. 1 for 1 to start it off. There it is, 3-point deficit for the Beavers.
And narrowing in on his average of 30.
Almost, yeah. He'll be at 27 if he makes this second. And that he doesn't, but he gets his own rebound and misses the floater. Would have been a fantastic play. But now, for the Bulldogs, the shot was up. I thought we were going to see another London Denson 3, but Rogers, big body in his way, in for 2.
Whoa.
That was just, it's almost embarrassing if you're a Beaver on that receiving end. I mean, that is a grown man's move right there. And now Mabry has it, guarded by Rogers, as this has been a fantastic matchup, Tony.
Absolutely, Ciro. As we look to the sidelines, I see Lou Rowe is going to beef up a little bit, get some girth in there. And that doesn't help if you're Putnam.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, down 5 right now. There's Fleming missing the layup on a big shot. I mean, you got to make that, increase that lead. But now here's Mabry. Pull up 3, no good. Rebound by Percy, rejected by Denson. Bulldogs ball in the hands of Fleming now.
Well, 3 minutes and some change left in this one. It comes down to some stoppage.
Yeah.
If you're Putnam, and some scoring, and keeping the lead if you're sick at this time.
Yeah. Absolutely. You got to keep this lead. Here's Fleming. They're going to call the travel, so that's big. And now on that turnover, Ochoa letting them know that he believed that that was not a travel. So now, Putnam down 5, 3 minutes to go here in the final outing of this main event action here at the Hoophall Classic. Here is Percy, and nice interception now to make it a 7-point lead. Fleming puts it in for 2. 7-point lead it is. Beavers got to take control. Here's Mabry. Mabry to drive. Beautiful finish, but there was the defense there, and a nice strip from Denson to get it on the offensive end for the Bulldogs, and a nice finish for Rogers. And that's what the Bulldogs need to display right there. 11-point lead for them, and they're looking great. They really are.
Wow, just like that, as we just mentioned. A series of stops and capitalization.
Looks
That's
great.
been the difference here. They were neck and neck, a 2-point differential all game long. And does it come down to conditioning at this point?
It has to. You know, especially with rotations, how the Bulldogs have, you know, been utilizing their rotations.
Well, it's good to see some of the faithful are still hanging around, even with just 2 minutes and some change left in this one.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. And again, I mean, we're really, you know, working with a treat right here. Both games great, especially this game has been so fun to commentate with you.
We'd like to thank our gracious host, Springfield College, for all the amenities and being right here, nestled in Springfield in the neighborhood.
A lot of great sponsors here, you know, and that's another great thing about this event. We always got great sponsors here at Springfield College, and I mean, always great performances too. Great matchups, great week run, I guess you can say, almost, you know, a week run of fantastic high school basketball.
And we'd like to also make mention as Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, and the observance being on Monday. There's some really great games on tap.
Always.
So join us throughout the weekend and on Monday as well.
And now for the Beavers, they are down big right now. They're looking to take control of that. They got less than 3 to go.
Pass.
Nice pass, nice putback attempt again. Percy couldn't get it to finalize. Here's Fleming slowing it down. And this is where, if you're the Bulldogs, beautiful finish for Fleming. But what I was gonna say is, if you're the Bulldogs, Father Time is on your side. Here, you know, you got a 35-second shot clock, and they're gonna call the foul. That's gonna be tough. And it doesn't matter though, you know, Coach Ochoa, up 11 right now. A bad call is a bad call, and he's gonna express that. And I mean, the intensity is really there on both sides for each coach.
Well, I love the passion that both of them have
Absolutely.
displayed, and true sportsmanship, manner. And
Absolutely, and now for the Beavers, in the paint, out to the wing, ball lost. And just looking at that reaction from Rowe, there is no reaction, so you can see that he's certainly not content with what's going on right now. And here's Lovejoy taking control of it, guarded by Green, hands it to Fleming. Fleming to Lovejoy, to the basket, swoop around, good for 2.
nice setup and great finish.
Beautiful finish, Tony. 13-point lead now for the Bulldogs, as they've got less than 2 to close out this game. A beautiful steal came out of nowhere. That's Josh Cologne. Beautiful rejection. I think they're going to call the goaltending. So Josh Cologne gets another basket off the bench today. 10 points for him. And I mean, 1:35 to go. Huge lead. And this took a turn for the worse, if I do say so myself, Mr. Pettaway.
I love the action. I love the spirit of competition. And both teams have more than enough reasons to keep their heads high, and as they represent it for both of their fine schools and the programs that they represent, the coaching staff, the principals. It's great to see again. Mr. George Johnson is here courtside. I haven't seen the likes of the SICS principal, but I'm sure they are here, if not in presence. Maybe they're on Zoom. You know.
Maybe. Maybe they are, Tony. You never know.
But it's been a thrill and always a pleasure to work with you, young man, and we're watching your matriculation over the last couple of years and being able to sit in with Ciro, my hero, and just
and sometimes Spiro.
And sometimes Greek Tuesdays.
Sometimes you go Italian with the Ciro, and sometimes you go Greek with the Spiro. You know, you never know. Whatever I want to do. But Tony, I mean, again, as you were saying, it's my turn now. It's always a pleasure. I mean, I love commentating with you, and it's really just so much fun. We have a great time together, and the chemistry is always there, and I wouldn't want to be here with anybody else. But now we go to the wrapping it up last, minute and 30 of the game. They're just going to look to get, some garbage time points, I guess. And that's what you got to do. You want to finish out strong. You want to cut that deficit. You always play to win, no matter what position you're in. Got a minute and 25 now.
You have to play till the 000s are up there.
100%. It ain't over till it's over. Reggie Miller taught a lot of basketball fans that, and so did Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, I think Spike Lee has caught the brunt of a lot of that.
Absolutely, a little choke action. But here is Fleming taking it down with a minute and 15 to go here in the game. Your score currently 58-43. Bulldogs up, Beavers down. London. Benson in the corner for the corner three. Beautiful shot. Lead has improved, and now they lose possession. It's Rogers to take over. Rogers finding London. Denson. Corner three. Count it. Beautiful shot. And that lead is only getting bigger. And here's Mabry with a three of his own. No good. Rogers. Lovejoy. Basket no good. Count it. Fleming takes care of it. And now less than a scoreboard to go in this game as it got ugly in a matter of 10 seconds. I mean, 23 seconds to go. Your score is now 66-43.
Two big three-pointers in the corner opened it right wide open there.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, that opened the floodgates.
London Denson, fantastic for him. Great finish from Fleming to get it to go as well. Yeah. It is just, what a run right there.
Yeah, he managed to get back to the same identical spot.
I know.
With the same result.
It's the same play, same setup. And now Green will get the final free throws. Gets them both down. Cut that deficit a little bit. And now this is where you just hold it. And now as we get to this conclusion of this game, Tony, this will be the end for night one of the Hoophall Classic here in Springfield, Massachusetts at Springfield College. Your final score for today's outing, 66-45. Bulldogs up, Beavers loss. This is Ciro Zanetti, joined by
Tony Pettaway.
And it has been a pleasure being here. We will be back tomorrow. And again, you are watching Focus Springfield. And we both hope that you have a wonderful night. We'll see you soon.
Good night, everybody.